Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mind of a Madness podcast with myself and the wonderful Sean. There he is.
Hi, live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Hi.
Live long and prosper.
I've emerged from my room for the first time in 7 months.
I know. He has been
And
on an adventure. So, how has life been treating you, Sean? What adventures have you been on?
Life has been alright. Been on a few adventures, been to Wales a few times. The north and the south, so the north is the beautiful Anglesey, and went to the Willy Wonka of Wales, some donuts from him.
Of course.
Probably one of the highlights. As well as all the scenic, beautiful walks and stuff like that.
Ah, yes. Wales is filled with
and
those.
The south of Wales, where we went to my sister's passing out parade for the fire service, which was very nice.
Nice.
Very proud of her. She's currently in like situated in a station now and working full time with them. So
cool.
She's enjoying it. We go through all this intensive training, and she was like, on the first shift, she was like, "Yeah, we went to a false alarm twice," and that was it. I was like,
God damn it!
but it's all very like family oriented thing. They all cook for each other and stuff like that. So it's
That's cool.
I got to see Robin in Wales, which was quite nice.
Yes, you did come down to visit.
Mount Fuji.
Mount
Which
Fuji.
was quite nice.
Good.
I don't know. I don't remember if it compares like to Yosushi and stuff. I think Wagamam is overall beats it for me, but it was nice. I had a molten green tea as well. And bubble tea as well, I've got to.
It's just the
Wales with Robin.
Yeah, Wales with Robin, you were entitled to have bubble tea.
I did actually get the one I wanted for this time.
Good.
Lychee. Oh, wait, no, I didn't get lychee.
No, that's
What did I
hers.
get?
That's hers.
Kiwi with something balls.
With some balls, yeah.
I think it was lychee balls, to be honest. But yeah, it was very nice. We went to Bubble City for that one. So different one than last time.
Yeah. Nice.
What else did we do? Went to St. Fagans.
Or
Which is obviously a nice historic, oldie worldy, free attraction in Wales, which is it's not far from where my sister's fire station is situated as well. So she was like giving us a tour, and then we're like, let's go to St. Fagans, and it was good. Brought the doggies, oldie worldy, 15th, 16th century buildings and stuff, which was very nice.
Nice.
Bit of history, bit of volunteers, enthusiastic.
It's good to have that history.
And it was free as well, so that was good.
Anything that's free.
Anything that's free, I'll take it. I'll eat it, I'll drink it, I'll take it. Even if it's bad for me.
Even if it's bad for me.
Yeah, bad for the old digestion. But yes, it's been good. Yeah, back now in the full swing of things. So, yes, how have you been, good sir?
I've been alright. Plodding along as you do. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. Yeah, no, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. Plodding along as you do. I'm working on a big video at the moment, hence why no one has seen me, and I've been a hermit locked in my room just playing games.
Is it anything to do with Platinum exposure?
It might be, yeah. Who would have thunk it? Someone's been looking at my PlayStation.
Yeah.
But,
Time played 2 hours. Platinum.
Hey, I'm not getting cheap.
I'm like, whoa.
Platinums. I'm not getting cheap platinums. I'm getting platinums I have to fucking work for. No, I mean, I've just been doing that. Obviously, people may notice my background is different. I've moved, so that's obviously been a big thing. Busy and stressful, and then all the health issues on top of it. So I mean, trying to do everything all at once has been a little bit much. I could have. This is why I have coffee in my PlayStation mug.
Yes.
Look at this shit. Look at it.
I think I've seen those around about.
I think we saw it when we were going shopping the other day, and it was like a £5. I was like, I will buy this. This is the highlight of my month.
Waiting for the DualSense to snap off.
That's what I'm waiting for. It's going to be when it's scalding fucking hot, and then it just spills all over me, and we're like, ow, why? But
this is why we don't buy PlayStation merch.
PlayStation merch is ass. But yeah, no, other than that, not been doing a lot. A few streams here and there, and you know, just like I say, life has been the priority recently. So a lot's been going on. I need to catch you up on a lot of stuff. As it should be, yes. But I have a lot to catch you up on when we hang out.
Catch me up.
Catch you up. Catch me up. Ah!
Yeah, we need to hang out.
We do.
And, you know, play some... well, you know, some games coming out that we will be playing, you know.
Oh, definitely.
And, yeah, need to finish off watching our things, which has taken a backseat recently.
A little.
But, yeah.
Which I miss.
We will get swinging into this thing then, won't we?
We will.
Shall we start with the news?
To the news!
Next. No.
Well, I mean, Robin has sent us a butt ton of stuff. If
she did, yeah. I do have a few things as well.
Yeah.
Which, I'll have to get her list up as well. Research your Robin.
Alright, then, well, do you want to start?
Well, I suppose we can start with the kind of main thing that's happening at the moment in the world. I suppose it's the Israeli conflict at the moment. It's the war between Israel and Hamas.
I think so, yeah.
But, yeah, this is kind of one of those conflicts that have been going on for kind of centuries. And it's like, it's coming to a head again and, you know, sending missiles and killing innocent people. And it's just like... Can we not have a day without war, please? You know,
welcome
We've
to...
just kind of got our head around Ukraine, constant war, which that's kind of taken a back seat, to be honest, like, recently. Not really heard anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, welcome to fucking humans. That's all we do is destroy stuff.
We're kind of bored of it now.
Yeah, we just destroy shit. That's all we ever do. I mean, yeah, it's reported that apparently 1.1 million people estimated to be fleeing to northern Gaza as well. Which is a huge amount of people. It's just, how many more wars do we need? Like, do we have enough? Do we get enough going on?
I know, it's just ridiculous. No one appreciates, you know, life these days. They just kind of want to take, I don't know, the egos are just bigger than, you know, humanity, they think. It's just beggars belief.
It is crazy.
But I'm sure it's very well justified in their minds. But, yeah, no. Just no. I'm glad we live in a society that kind of doesn't have these kind of historic things, with conflicts that we just keep on going back to.
Well, I mean, that's just human nature, isn't it? It's the problem is the people at the top. Power corrupts. You know, they want more power. They, you know, just because they run a country, that's not enough for them. They have to have more. They have to own more. And that's just basically, it's the same with Russia, it's the same with, you know, Israel, which is going on now. And I mean, China has been, what was it,
Taiwan.
Taiwan, yeah, like they've been fucking loggerheads for God knows how many decades now, since the Cold War. So, I mean, it's all a matter of time before it all just blows up in everyone's faces, really, isn't it? No pun intended there.
It's like we all need to be working together, and like, you know, the biggest crisis is, you know, the climate thing at the moment.
Yeah.
And no one that just takes a back seat because, you know, you want to fire missiles into your neighbouring country. That situation. I think we were just finishing talking about the Israeli conflict, but we can move on to a different one.
Yeah, can we?
Because I think we different conflict.
Different conflict.
Exhausted that one.
Fair enough. Okie dokie.
Yeah. Do you have anything at the moment?
I know. Well, this was back in April. I don't know what the deal's going on now, but Activision and Blizzard had their deal blocked in the UK originally, but I think now it's been unblocked. So they should be being purchased by Microsoft. So, the deal was blocked in April by the Competitive Markets Authority, the CMA, which said it could give the US computing giant a stranglehold over the NASET cloud gaming market. Yeah, sure, but no.
Fancy words.
But yeah, But apparently it was initially blocked, but I think now it's been reopened, so I think they're allowed to just go ahead now. So hopefully that deal is going to be happening. So Microsoft will own Activision.
Yeah,
that's good. I mean, I'm not going to miss Call of Duty. They've all been shit.
Well, I think they came out and said that Call of Duty will always be on PlayStation anyway because it's the biggest selling
Yeah, they're
data.
saying that now.
But yeah, well, I won't miss Call of Duty either, to be honest.
I won't miss anything from Activision, to be quite frank.
They used to be a very big player in like a lot of games.
They used to,
always
yeah.
used to see that little Activision logo in everything, but
I loved it, yeah. But
I think things are moving forward, and
I don't think it's that surprising either. Like, I think Microsoft's plan for basically last year was just to buy up everyone they could, and then that's how they were going to get their sort of foot in the door for the future stranglehold, essentially. Because obviously PlayStation are a little bit behind. Hi, Robin. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's same shit, different day. Like, yeah, we want this, okay? We want this,
and then if they do make Call of Duty or something like that exclusive to Xbox, they'll realize that, and they'll have to put it on Game Pass as well. So they're not going to make any money, hardly.
Well, I mean, they're making a fuck ton off Game Pass, so I mean, which is not surprising. It is a great deal, but
yeah,
I mean, I think
I hear that they're only just like breaking even with that now, aren't they?
Yeah, something like that. They've just started breaking even, or they're slightly under breaking even with it. But I mean, considering if when the Activision Blizzard deal goes through, that'll be it pretty much. I think a lot of people will just migrate over to either PC or Xbox, which makes sense. Like, if you want to play cards, that's where you're going to have to go to basically play it for free, essentially.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, I think Sony are the only company that didn't make a deal with Microsoft when they bought out Activision. Like, I'm pretty sure Nintendo had a 10-year deal.
Don't they own Bungie?
Yeah, they own Bungie now. So I mean, the original makers of Halo, but I mean, Bungie's not exactly in the greatest limelight right now either with Destiny 2. So they're kind of.
It's just that in terms of like the big players, I suppose, and they've got Insomniac and stuff.
I mean,
I'm not really worried. Competition is kind of good.
PlayStation will be fine. I think like their first party games are above and beyond everything else. Don't get me wrong. I do think that their premium and their extra services are still not great, which is something we can touch on because that's been updated now recently. So, should we talk about that quickly before we
can
move
do,
on?
yeah.
So, premium obviously got an extra thing now because Sony have brought back. So it used to be on Bravia TVs apparently from Sony.
Yeah,
so the Sony
Bravia Core, didn't it?
Yeah, so now it's Sony Cooperative Core or something. But now you get 100 films every month for nothing. But you only get them for the month.
Films that everyone's already seen.
Yeah, you only get them for a month. But it's like basically how they used to have the purchasing system for films before, but now it's just specifically on a Sony app. That's it.
Yeah.
So I mean, does it make premium any more desirable?
Does it warrant the fact that they raised the price by like £40 or something?
Fuck no. Like, no, not at all. Like, don't get me wrong. It's ridiculously priced, like, for what you get, especially considering you still can't download PS3 games and just emulate them. Like,
I know, yeah.
The fuck? What are you playing at? Like Sony, come on. Like, although, I mean, Extra I'd say is still the best deal you're gonna get. Although at this point, just go Essential if you've got enough games. Like, it's not.
If you've got enough, when you're somebody buys them regularly and stuff, and keeps up with the latest releases, then there's not really much work to you.
No.
But yeah, the massive price hike, which is came out of nowhere, it seemed. Like, I understand maybe £10 here and there, which is what the Essential has done, but bloody 30 and £40 for the upper tiers, like Extra. I think Essential is now, is it 59 or 69? I can't remember. But it's like one of those, and it's 99 for Extra. Like, this is like British currency, GBP.
Great British
and then
pounds.
130 or something for premium, which what the hell?
It's getting a little bit of a joke now. Like, I think Game Pass is even releasing like a yearly thing, right? I know they're updating their thing, but theirs is under £100 for a year. which, considering that you get all Bethesda's games and stuff like that, you get it on PC, you get Gold, you get the console version as well, like, that's basically a steal. Like,
yeah.
And, you know...
They need to release, like, another tier, like PlayStation Plus Basic or something, where you don't get any games, but you get the online play. And
can I be honest?
whatever.
I think they just need to get rid of Essential and make that completely free. Like, why?
Just make online play free.
Yeah, why is online play still a thing we have to pay for with Sony? Like, that to me, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it's been free on, well, pretty much. It was free on PlayStation originally, wasn't it?
PlayStation 3, yeah, it was free. And then from 4 onwards, then they started like making it like essential that you bought it.
Because Xbox had Gold. So they were like, oh, they're making money where we're not.
Yeah, people are like, oh, the servers and stuff need money. It's like, it's a fractional of their profits.
Yeah. I mean, look,
who are we to say we pay it? We're hypocrites.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I've paid for Premium for a month because I did want to see... Because obviously they've updated... There's a lot of backwards compatible PS1 games that have been updated now, and, you know, there was a few that I was interested in, and I was like, okay, this will be good for the Platinum month anyway. And obviously they've got, like, you know, the new film thing, and there is a few fairly good films that are actually on for the first month. I'll be completely honest, there's a few good ones in there. There's a few fucking God knows what they are ones, but there's a few good ones. But whether I'll stick with it or not, I honestly don't think so. Like, it still doesn't seem
Premium
worth
is
it.
definitely worth it if you do it for like 1 month.
Yeah.
In a year or something. Then you can catch up with anything you've missed.
And plus you get, like, the trials. They're not really great. I think the 2-hour trial thing is pretty shit, actually, to be honest. But at least it gives you an opportunity.
That one.
Yeah, it gives you an opportunity, I guess. If you're unsure on a game, you can be like, oh, I'll play the first 2 hours and see what I think. I guess there's that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know,
that's... I've got off by some trials, though. Like, got the Horizon one, and it's like, why would I want to... If I actually enjoy it, why would I want to play 3 hours? I suppose that it's like, well, you just buy it then.
But that's. I mean, I think with games like Horizon and things like that, it doesn't really work.
Get a grip of it.
Yeah, it doesn't really work because you're not going to see fuck all in the first 2 hours. Like, you're not even going to finish the tutorial. Yeah, you're not going to finish the intro in 2 hours, let alone fucking like get to see the world and explore and experience the game. Like, if it was like an actual slice of the game they had taken out, maybe then I could understand. But it just seems a bit pointless. But hey. Who am I to say that? No, people clearly buy it. I bought it for a month, so like, yeah.
Fuck you, do you accept credit card?
Fuck you, take my money. That's essentially how it works. I say as I sip from my PlayStation mug, which I bought from Aldi.
You whore.
Oh, disgusting.
But yeah, there's quite a few more news bits.
Yes,
it's been quite a while. I know when I went to Wales, they for the second time they just brought in the 20-mile-an-hour speed limit.
A completely useless fucking law that shouldn't have been put in place and is utterly shit.
Yeah, it was very kind of strange to obviously be in this place where I think we went on like the Saturday and the Sunday. It was like brought into force, and then all of a sudden everyone's doing 20 in. Like places where, you know, they're allowed to do. I don't know what the signpost thing is, but I think there's some like jobs worth that are like anywhere it says 30, I'm doing 20, and so you kind of no one really knows what's going on, which is the part of the confusion, I think. But there are some places where I suppose 20 is, you know, all right, but it's that kind of in Wales. There's a lot of kind of country roads and stuff. I mean, you know about this more than I do, but. If you go from like 60 on a road to 20 in like an urban area, then it kind of, if you've got someone tailgating behind you, which the locals like to do, then it could cause a serious accident, which is like my problem with it, I guess.
I think the thing is as well, like they say they've done it because it's to fight sort of the fuel emissions and try and reduce them. Yes, because having 12 cars stuck behind me at the same time doing 20 miles an hour is making it better, you thick fucks. Like, oh, but you're not wasting as much fuel and petrol. Yes, I am. It takes me longer to get somewhere.
I know.
It's like, just...
On average, it only takes you 1 minute longer when you're doing it.
It's just as bad as me going an extra 10 miles an hour. Like, There is no difference. Like, you're literally making up for it by causing longer queues, more fucking gridlock. Like, and why is this their priority? Like, there's so many other things that we need to be focusing on other than 10 miles an hour.
I know.
Also, don't know if you knew this. You drive, so I assume you know this. Cars are not meant to drive at 20 miles an hour. That is the gear change between 2 and 3. It's not healthy for a car to do that. You can break and damage your gearbox, and yet they don't seem to give a fuck. Like,
yeah,
I get they're trying to encourage people not to. Yeah, they're trying to encourage people not to drive. I get it, right? They don't want more people learning to drive.
I think it's like NHS as well. It saves lives apparently. Apparently it's working. Less people are being admitted to NHS with car accidents, stuff like that.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Show me the proof of that. It's only been enforced for like how many weeks? Like, fuck off. Fuck off.
I think they're sticking with it though, aren't they? Like, they're not backing down.
That's because Mark Drakeford's a fucking moron. Like, I did like him for a little bit. I thought he was doing alright, and then he went snail's pace. And I'm like, why? Yeah. Why is this? Like, here's my thing. I wouldn't mind it as much if they actually funded public transport and stuff. Because then it's like you're giving people the option, hey, you can drive, but you're forced to drive at a snail's pace, or, save a bit of emissions, grab public transport. But there's fuck all public transport. Like, where I live now, there's one train every hour, and there's one bus every hour.
Yeah.
The fuck am I meant to do with that?
When I was in Anglesey, we went to this coffee shop, and apparently this was like a venue for like a council meeting on all this kind of stuff. Well, we didn't know at the time. Yeah. So we just kind of sat down with a coffee, and then everyone's like, "So I propose this." And I'm like, "You talking to me?"
You talking to me?
That was interesting. I think there was like an MP there who was representing that place. And I was like, okay. But he was saying, "Oh yeah, we want it to be like the south of France, where everyone kind of plays out on the streets, and people are." It's like, where have you come from? You're clearly not from here. Yeah. Because this is never going to be a place where children play out on the streets anymore. Like, really?
No. I mean, look, I remember being a kid. That. Yeah, I remember being a kid, going outside, playing outside, going to the park, doing that kind of stuff. All good. I also remember the speed limit not being limited to 20. And guess what? Me and my friends were not stupid enough to go, that's a car, I should run in front of it.
I know, yeah. It's a different culture,
like
in France to Wales.
Yeah, very different. Legal age. Just saying. It's a different culture. It's like, your culture's fucked, France.
Yeah, as you were saying, public transport isn't good enough in Wales with all the kind of rural areas and stuff. Like, in fact, it's fine in the big cities and stuff. Like, you can go wherever you want from the big cities, but getting into them,
it's fucking ridiculous.
In the rural areas, there's one bus an hour if you're lucky.
Yeah, and I mean, not just that, but they've also cut back on spending again on public transport. It's like, you're not helping yourself here. People aren't going to agree with these stupid fucking rules that you're putting in place if you're not giving anything back. If you're just taking constantly, that's called a dictatorship. That's not a democracy. We didn't vote for this. Yeah. We're just being told we have to follow it. And it's like, when will people realise the UK is authoritarian? It isn't a democracy anymore. Like, it just isn't. It's just got the face of one. Like, we don't make any choices for ourselves. Like, when was the last time we voted for something on ourselves? Other than, like, a general election or an MP election.
You vote whether to have a burger or a pizza.
Well, the last time we got to vote was Brexit, and look how that went. So that's probably why we lost that power to vote for shit. Because they were like, you morons, just don't vote for the right things. That's Wales' fault. Yeah. I'll give you that. That's what Wales voted to do. I live here and I hate that. But yeah, I don't know. I think if they want to enforce these kind of like 20 mile an hour limits or any other kind of limits that come with cars and stuff, or up in the price of them, like tax wise or anything, they have to start investing that extra money into something that warrants it,
Yeah. Like, and speaking of cars, there's that. Sorry, go on.
No, go on. Go
on. I feel like you had more on this point when I was.
No.
Yeah, there was that kind of. Was it Stansted Airport or something like that? The car caught fire and it's kind of destroyed the car park there.
Oh.
But it's one of the airports down south.
One of them.
And it's this kind of danger around kind of electric vehicles and their batteries kind of just setting fire to themselves and causing a lot of damage. So it's another thing that makes me think that electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles kind of aren't the way forward. The technology still isn't there yet for them.
Yeah.
Because they're dangerous, and there's probably like 10-15% of the population that now has these vehicles. Like, imagine what it's like when 100% have them, and these fires happen in public car parks and in your homes. It could set off the whole block and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These batteries are known to kind of combust.
I think they're a good idea, but I think it's too soon. Like, clearly we don't have the infrastructure for it either, like charging ports and stuff. Like, there's not enough structure that, like, there's not enough interior structure for this kind of setup yet.
The National Grid couldn't cope with like a car park full of charging points.
No, I can't.
But then here we are being like, oh, we want to change for the eco climate, and then we're moaning about the things. But it's like you've got to weigh the balance of it.
Yeah, like
there are better ways.
I don't think there's a single person on this planet that if you turned to them and said, "Hey, do you want to make the planet live longer and stop burning it to a crisp?" I don't think there's a single person on this planet that would say, "Yes, I want it to burn." Like, I think everyone wants to do their bit, right? But you have to make it reasonable and you have to make it doable. Like, not every person can afford an electric car. Not every person can afford a port for their house. Again, it cost my mum 12 grand to get 6 solar panels put on the fucking house. When I lived with my mum, that barely covered, like, it didn't cover it. Like, if I was using my PC or my console or my TV, didn't cover it. Like, you have to have a lot of solar panels, and it isn't fucking cheap. It's just not a thing that's reasonable right now, Like, make it more reasonable, make it easier for the average person to be able to afford it, and yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like, of course people are going to jump at it.
And young people can't even get a house, never mind solar panels and stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah.
But yes, that's another topic. Shall we
young
talk about
people.
doggies?
Puppies, yes. Let us talk about doggos.
Obviously, to kind of bring it in this kind of XL bully breed ban in the next few years.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Because there's been a kind of a series of, like, it seems there's just this year there's been a series of attacks by these dogs on people, young kids, and they're kind of bred to be this kind of muscly beasts, which are kind of unstoppable when they go into a
bulldog
fire of inner fury thing. So yeah, I think when a breed is kind of known for this and the owners can't control it, there's no way for them to control it if it goes into a frenzy, then yeah, they should need to stop kind of breeding this breed, because obviously it's a trait of the breed.
Yeah.
It's not, and people say, oh, it's not the dogs, it's the owners. No, sometimes it is the dogs and shit owners. Because you can guarantee most of the people buying these dogs are compensating for something, and shit owners.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's I think 5. I've just done a quick search. I think there's 5 breeds in the UK that are actually banned. Like, if you have them, they're put down. Which is, there's 2 types of bulldog association. There's the American Pit Bull. You're not allowed one of them. A Tosa.
Tosser.
Literally, it's basically Tosser. I'm trying to be nice. It's a Tosser. A Dogo Argentino. An American Bulldog. And a Fila Brasileiro. It's a Brazilian breed of large wicked
kind of
dog.
Big muscly dogs.
I mean, Brazilian. Yeah, that's pretty muscly. Yeah, I mean, they're all kind of known for their aggression as well, like especially bulldogs. And yes, you can have a bulldog that is the sweetest dog in the entire world, but it could go from playing with you and having fun and all just nice fun games to the next moment it's trying to rip your nose off. And that's not the owner's fault. That's just the breed. Like, it can go from from happy to pissed off very quickly. So
I mean, quite lucky around here in that fact that I don't think that anyone actually has one around here, but I could be wrong. I don't know for certain. I can't identify for certain.
I know what my neighbours have as dogs.
But yeah, if there was one around here, which you could clearly see that the owner couldn't control, I would be scared to kind of. I mean, people have been being attacked randomly, it seems. And
Yeah.
I'd be scared to take my dogs out, and because mine wouldn't stand a chance. Little piss weak things.
Yeah.
And you could kill a human. Never mind a little.
Yeah,
Shih
well,
Tzu.
I think we've got a Shih Tzu and a. Why have I just suddenly forgot what the dog's breed is? It's like one of my favorite. King Charles. There you go. It's King Charles. So I mean, there's no fucking hope in hell's chance. They struggle with their own health, let alone fighting with a dog.
I have a heart attack at the sight of that thing.
Well, I mean, Ted would probably just bark at it a lot because he's a Shih Tzu and they bark at absolutely fucking everything. But I feel like Bucky would just sort of lie there and be like, my fate has come. It's like, oh.
But yeah, so I kind of agreed with that one, with kind of banning it. But obviously this thing has been going on for like years and years, but they're only just kind of reporting on it because it's like the bandwagon media kind of just kind of report on one thing until it's you're sick to death of it. So
it's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah. Terrible for any families that have been kind of affected by a rogue XL bully. But hopefully they'll be kind of stopped and muzzled and whatever in the future.
Yeah, safely and responsibly, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, should we talk about the sycamore gap tree?
Oh yes.
Being cut down.
What the fuck?
Like, why?
I've only read like one article on this thing.
Like
but
the teenager.
It's very sad.
Yeah, it's basically the tree from Robin Hood. So I think he got cut down by a teenager because he thought he was clever, and obviously now he's in jail. But yeah, it was apparently cut up recently and removed from the actual site. So it's gone forever now. A tree back from the 1800s.
It's like, I don't know, you just think of like any beauty spots near you and like just like how iconic they can be, and someone just kind of defacing it just for no reason other than the board or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, why ruin that thing for like everyone? People like scattered their ashes there and stuff.
Oh,
it
God.
was, I don't know. It's one of those things. Well, they're not hurting anyone, but why ruin things? Good, nice thing. This is why we can't have nice things in the world, because people ruin them.
Can't have nice things in the UK because people just fucking ruin them.
I know. They cut them down because they're bored. Well.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
It is pretty ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. I don't get why it was cut down. Like, was it a dare? Was it a bet? Was it worth it? Like,
I read one article, I think, briefly this morning, that said that ironically it's actually giving it more life because it will grow again and it'll last longer and stuff like that. So apparently that's one good thing. But
in 200 years it'll be back, guys. Don't worry.
Sorry, you just won't be able to enjoy it in your lifetime again.
Yeah, that's actually one of the places that I wanted to visit as well. Weirdly enough, because
Hadrian's Wall and all that.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the tree and everything.
Yeah, to be honest, I hadn't heard of it before it was chopped down.
I only knew it because of the Robin Hood story, that's it. So I was like, I wouldn't mind going there and visiting that. It looks like a beautiful place. It's right in the countryside. It's a nice big tree. You can sit under it, have a picnic with ashes, and just chill. And now it's like, no, there's no shade. I don't want to go there.
It's like if someone chopped the top of like Snowdon near the mountain. Like, why?
Why have you done this?
Or
What have you accomplished?
Like, blew it up. Like, why?
What have you accomplished, you dick? Yeah.
Apart from ruining the only nice things about this country.
Destroy nature, the only thing that's good about the UK.
But
yeah, it is a shame, but
it should carry a heavy consequence.
Yeah, I think he's being tried for like destruction of public property or something.
Nature terrorism.
For tree vandalizer. That's
tree homicide.
Tree aside. But yes. Have you got any more?
Very sad. Apparently the HS2 scheme for high-speed railway across like the UK,
yes.
from the north to the south, has been scrapped in the north because
what a shock.
The north. Which kind of just reinforces that kind of north-south divide that everyone's trying to get past, but there's no denying it. They just don't give a toss.
I think
but
it's just
that's it.
Rishi has just been quiet for the last year because he knows that one wrong move and he'd be booted. And
He
then
made, like, one speech.
he's made like that big speech he did recently. Obviously, he's backtracked on a lot of shit, like a lot. And it's like, what a shock! The Tories backtracking, that never happens. Like,
And he kind of said a lot of things that are kind of popular with the kind of people that you don't really want to associate with. Like, men are men and women are women. And it's like kind of statements like that.
Yeah.
Statements like that.
Oh.
Oh, dangerous.
Oh, dangerous, dangerous.
That's a slip of the tongue.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We know that.
Statements like that kind of appeal to that kind of that kind of crowd, which isn't helpful. It's just to get votes, and obviously they'll backtrack on that as soon as they're in power again.
Of course they will, and that's just how it goes.
But yeah, and he made a speech and he said like, oh yeah, the North is not forgotten about. Then 2 weeks later, we're scrapping the HS2 in North. But, I don't know. It's like one of them things. Like, will it really have made a difference to like travel? Like, how often do I go to London? And why would I want to go there in 1 hour, 30 minutes rather than 2 hours?
Yeah.
Will it really save, on all this thing? But I suppose it's for like infrastructure, and they can make it so that it have goods traveling and stuff like that. But we're already wrecking the planet.
Yeah,
Just,
well, I mean,
add a few more lorries.
That's another thing that he backtracked on, was obviously net zero. That policy's completely changed now. He's not aiming for the time that he gave. What a shock! It's not doable.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not surprised. The Tories do a lot of this, and they do fuck all about anything except things that don't matter. I'm not saying Labour are much better. Clearly, they're not. Mark Drakeford, 20 miles an hour. He's got his priorities straight.
Well, at least he's actually doing something, which is affecting the people, I suppose. But
just not positively. Yeah.
It's not positive.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Rishi knows what the fuck he's doing. I think he hasn't got a clue. And I mean, there's that smoking ban thing now. So if you're aged 14. Or under, you'll never be illegally allowed to buy cigarettes or smoke.
I know.
Which I don't think that's a terribly bad thing, but taking away people's rights and their choice to do something. Come on, democracy, right?
Most people are vaping now these days, anyway.
Yeah, so. And vape. They're meant to be being banned soon, and it's like, when? Like, you said they were going to be banned before.
Yeah,
they're still here.
I don't know. The less kind of smoking around, I don't know, the better, in my opinion.
But yes, I agree.
Kind of vaping
is just as bad.
I don't know.
Just as bad.
People say, oh well, it's 99% less like healthier than smoking and stuff, and it's better. But it's like the nicotine and the addiction.
Yeah.
All kind of stuff around it.
It's as someone that has both smoked and vaped, I am worse on vaping than I ever was when I smoked. My lungs, so much worse. My throat, they're like, so much worse.
Every 2 minutes, puff on the vape too, because they do it indoors now and stuff, and like there's not a problem because they can just like kind of habitually do that all the time.
It's the same fucking bullshit, stupid excuses that people tell themselves when they're smoking was a thing and they would choose to smoke menthol. Oh, well, menthol's healthier for you. Newsflash, it isn't. It's just as deadly, it is just as poisonous, and guess what? So is vaping. Anything you put into your body that isn't meant to be there is going to harm it. Stop being ignorant.
Especially when it has addictive substances in it, because it's more than just the health, the physical health as well. It's like your mental health as well. If you can't last, I mean, there's reports of like kids in schools, they can't last a lesson without vaping.
Yeah.
And so they're actually getting agitated and kicking off and like wanting to get these vapes when they shouldn't even be allowed to have them because they're all candy flavored.
Yeah, because again, it's stupid. Like, why are kids allowed to have these products that have nicotine in it? Nicotine is a substance that can only be sold to an adult of 18 years or older. How are kids getting them? Like, what? Like, it's just ridiculous, and it's the same fucking excuse that people will use. Oh, well, it's healthier for you. It isn't. And
it's not as bad as coffee.
If you want to convince yourself, Yeah, well, fucking. I mean, coffee's not great if you drink a lot of it, but at least it's not fucking destroying my heart and my lungs, and I'm not scalding my throat or I'm not pissing
I'm not
blood.
addicted to it.
Yeah. I'm fine with having 2 coffees a day. When I was vaping, I would go through 2 vapes in a day and a half.
Yeah, and you can get like 40 milligrams of nicotine or something, like
which is
the
ridiculous.
highest amount, which is
absolutely ridiculous. If you're having 40 milligrams while you're vaping, get help. Like, that isn't normal.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a cigarette holds about, I think it's 2 milligrams, I think, per cigarette, something like that. I'll tell you this now. I spent way more money on vapes than I ever did when I smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Way more money. Like, it's not cheaper. It's way more expensive.
It's quite popular as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So of course they'll capitalise on that.
Yeah.
But and they do need to crack down on it a little bit.
Yeah.
With,
I mean, disposable vapes need to be gone. They need to be gone.
Yeah,
one, because they're cluttering up the environment. And 2, they're really bad for you. Like,
it's like we
really
were so close to kind of almost smoking was kind of a minority thing. Like, but now these vapes have come along, and it's like, rather than be a thing to get you off smoking, it is now just a replacement.
Well, that's kind of what these companies did, wasn't it? They realised people were starting to smoke so much, and
horrible non-recyclable plastic.
Yeah. Which, by the way, why is it non-recyclable? I don't get it.
I know.
Why
can't
I
make it
recycle
recyclable?
Yeah. Well, I kept a few of my vapes that are like empty, just waiting for something to happen so they can be recycled. Because I just don't see throwing them out is clearly not good. I think I saw like an article on it or something. There was like 3 million nearly a month or something that's just piling up in like waste disposal places and stuff. That can't be good.
And a lot of them kind of aren't regulated in the same way as like cigarettes. You don't really know what's in the fluid.
No, we don't. And that's another thing which makes me laugh when it's like when we talk to one of our friends who shall remain nameless who vapes, and I questioned them on it, and they were like, I only do it when I'm stressed. I'm like, you're a moron. Like, why do you think you want nicotine when you're stressed? Because your body now relies on it. It's not a good thing to have. Like, at all. Like, if you can get off of it, get off of it. And I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Unnecessary.
Don't smoke or don't vape. But if you got to choose one, smoke. At least you know what that's doing to you.
Yeah, better the devil you know than the one you don't know.
Yep. Fuck knows what the vapes are. And I'll tell you something. My fucking health has been awful. Like, I'm stopped vaping now. Not vaping anymore, which is good. But my health has taken a fucking slap from vaping. Way more than it ever did from smoking. So, if I was ever going to go back to one of them, it would be smoking. Like, I don't like it. I don't like the smell. I don't like the taste. I hate everything about it. But at least I know what that does to me. Vaping, I ain't got a fucking clue. Yeah. And it's dangerous regardless. Don't do either. But, it's not good. Not good.
It's one of those ones where I know there's a counter argument to every one of our points. People,
but
it's
look, not telling you what to do. Do whatever you want, but don't be fucking ignorant. Like, if you want to vape, vape. Like, if that's what you want to do it. But don't make up some bullshit fucking 99% better for you, because it isn't. There's no evidence to back it up, but there is no evidence to go against that either. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
But don't be fucking stupid. Like, vaping is going to be bad for you regardless. Where do you think all that hot air goes when you breathe it in? All that vapor. Yeah. What do you think happens to that vapor?
All those chemicals and artificialness.
Yeah. Like, why do you think you get a headache from your vape when you first start? It's called a nicotine overdose. And they've only started becoming a more common thing now. I had a fucking seizure while I was vaping because of a nicotine overdose. Nicotine overdose can kill you, but do you know how hard it is to get one of them? But now it's so easy with a vape because you're just constantly.
Oh, yeah. So it's bubblegum.
Yeah, exactly. And kids doing it, that's so dangerous, man. Like,
oh yeah, there's like 9-year-olds doing it and stuff. It's like ridiculous.
How the fuck do they buy them? I don't get it.
They end up in hospital and the parents are like, I don't know how this happened. Yeah, you were buying it for them.
Yeah.
I mean, a 9-year-old isn't exactly Sherlock and hiding it all the time.
Of course not. They're just like, oh, well, I like
you'd be able to smell it and you because the smell does linger and stuff like that. So
not as bad as smoking, granted, but it still lingers.
yeah.
But
anyway,
off that subject. Did you hear about the M53 bus crash?
Bush crash.
Bush crash.
Yes, no, I did hear about that. It's not a laughing matter.
No, not a laughing matter, but I apologise for how I said that. That wasn't the intention.
Bush crash.
I'm tired. It's been a long week. But it's a tragic story. Obviously, the bus driver and one of the students, one of the teenagers, Jessica Baker, did pass away. But there's a big tribute now. The school's trying to build a climbing wall as a tribute to the teens, so that'll be nice. So hopefully that'll go up soon. But very tragic story to hear about that.
Yeah, tragic accident, and this stuff like this is kind of really rare, though, isn't it? Like how many school buses are active in one day? Everyone gets collected by buses here. It's like millions and millions, but
it was just
all it takes is that kind of one. It's just tragic, and
It's a tragic accident. I don't think it was anyone's fault, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, I don't think the driver did anything wrong, or I think it happened.
Yeah, very very shit story. No, well, not a shit story, but a shit tragic accident.
I think that should not have happened, but it did.
I know, yeah.
But that's okay.
It's
That's all but...
Yeah, is there any news things? Any more news things?
I haven't got any more now at this point.
Okay, yeah.
I had to go back through.
I need to go back through Robin's list. We need to bring up a little title card here. Robin the Researcher.
Right. Shall we talk about games?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's have a ganders about the game, shall we? Because it's been some time. So I mean, what any games that you've got sort of lined up?
I have been playing a few games.
Good to know.
I will be playing a few more. I play because obviously with the whole price rise thing, I'm trying to get through a lot of things on Xbox. I did kind of leave it for like a few months, and I'm like, why aren't I playing any of these games? They're like, might as well play them. So I played The Medium.
Yep.
Played through all of that. It's a good game. I was interested in the whole kind of detective kind of aspect of it, and
I like the gameplay style.
The Thomas sections.
Yeah, I like the gameplay style as well, like the splitting the screen. I think the story had a little bit more to be desired, but
yeah, I kind of need someone to explain the story to me like I'm 5 years old.
Wait, what the fuck? Fly unter Flagant.
But it is a very kind of artistic-y looking game, and it's like one of those kind of bit like Alan Wake and stuff.
Yeah, it is very pretty.
And Control. It was very good. I can't really complain about it. It's good. Really nice.
I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it. Played it, deleted it. Good. I'm playing through The Quarry at the moment. I'm trying to get through all these games, which have been on my list.
Yeah. And
I'm trying to kind of painfully force my way through The Quarry. It is getting better as I kind of go into it, but the dialogue and stuff is just really cringe, and how they kind of act in that is I visibly cringe about 7 times every time I hear them talking and stuff like that. But it is what it is, and there are some horror bits in there, and it's still a very well made game, I will say that. And cinematic in parts, and it's nice to kind of play it and get the choice, and once you kind of vibe with it, you do start to enjoy it a bit more. Look past the kind of cringy dialogue.
Look past it.
So I think if I was watching it as a TV show or movie, I would be like turning that shit off right away, because a lot of it is kind of unbearable. But because it's a game, it kind of holds the interest a little bit longer.
No, that's fair.
But yeah, I'm still kind of enjoying it. Kind of warming to it a bit more as I'm playing through it. I think I'm on like chapter 5 or 6 now, so there's only 10. So I'll get through it.
Yeah,
that both The Medium and The Quarry leave on the 17th of October, so which is weird because it's Halloween month and
yeah, I need to actually play through The Quarry. That's actually part of the video that I'm working on, so I kind of need to move my ass.
Yeah, I think that you've got like 5 days.
5 days. Can I get the platinum in 5 days?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, just
Apparently, it's not too difficult as well. You can if you get a guide or something.
but that's the thing. I like going for platinums, but I like to play games, especially like the Quarry, sort of just for fun. You know, you wanna play through it without a guide, so you can just enjoy the game naturally, and then kind of go, okay, how do I get the rest of the stuff?
Yeah, apparently the medium's really easy if you have a guide, but I didn't want to play with a guide. I just wanted to play
exactly.
it.
Exactly.
I'm not really too bothered about getting the platinum and stuff anymore. But
No, yeah.
as long as I played it, that'll be ticked off, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, though that's how games should be played. You should just play them.
yeah.
Trust me.
This is someone who's suffered.
I'm still suffering. I still have 20 days, so.
Yeah. I'm playing through Saints Row as well. About
poor
25% through that.
You poor
Yeah,
fucker.
I think when played with friends, which I am trying to do, it is a good, kind of a good funny romp experience. And like, obviously, don't look too deep into it, but yeah, it's kind of funny. You can prank your friends and stuff. Like, you can make them upside down and stuff. And making characters and it's. I've never been, a Saints Row kind of aficionado, and I know a lot of people were kind of expecting a lot more from this one. But
Yeah.
as far as just kind of an entertaining romp, it's all right.
If you switch your brain off. Yeah, switch your brain off.
Switch your brain off, yeah. I don't expect it to be as good as the previous one, but
I remember.
Its own little beast.
Yeah, I remember playing. I remember pre-ordering it, and I think that's why I was quite disappointed by it, because I was like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit crap.
But yeah, it will be crap if you paid 50 odd quid for it. But
70.
on PS Plus, it's all right. Oh god, you pay 70.
Yeah.
That's a hang yourself job.
I was excited about it, and then it came out, and I wanted to kill myself. Like, it's very different.
Blame the games. Blame the games.
But yeah, it's a shit game. I haven't gone back to it since they've patched it, bearing in mind. So I can't imagine it's changed that much, but at least I could actually play it, and it's playable.
It would definitely leave a sour taste.
Yeah, at least it'd be playable now, maybe, But yeah.
But yeah, what games have you been playing? Just if we've got enough time.
No, I'll just quick fire. I can't remember what ones I can't remember what ones I talked about recently, but I did finish Ghostwire Tokyo and God of War. I managed to get the platinums for them.
I started playing Ghostwire.
Ghostwire's really, really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, and from it came out recently that Bethesda is doing a sequel to it, which is really cool. So I'm glad of that, because it was a very, very fun game, very unique. Bit grindy for the collectibles, but it was fine. And God of War's platinum was easy. I just had to get a few pieces of armor because that's all I was missing.
Yeah.
Did take a while though, but it was nice to revisit God of War and not get angry and not rage like a child at it. So that was good.
We don't play things on hardest difficulties anymore.
No. Murdered Soul Suspect, I went back and finished that as well. That was really fun.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I do enjoy that. I like it's a shame that never got, considering like when it was made, it looks good as well. Like it looks good for the time, and fun game. And then I've gone on an extra rampage on like PS Extra. So Burly Men at Sea, Chicken Police. They were actually surprisingly good games. Short, sweet, fun. Chicken Police is fucking hilarious. It's stupid as hell, but it is very enjoyable. So I do recommend that one. Goosebumps the game, don't play it. Fucking awful. I mean, it's cool little references in there, obviously, to like the series and stuff, but the game itself is... Oh, it hurts.
Does it have the dog with the yellow eyes?
No. No.
That's the scary thing of my childhood.
1 out of 10 didn't have the dog original.
Didn't have dog.
Didn't have dog.
What about the music? Dun, 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 dun.
Fucking awful. It's not great. It's just not a great game.
Shouldn't be called Goosebumps.
No. Bee Simulator, surprisingly fun. I won't lie, like genuinely, it's quite as silly as it sounds to say, it is genuinely like a nice chill, sit back, turn your brain off game to play. So yeah, I also played through What Remains of Edith Finch finally. Great game.
I like that game.
I love those walking simulators, man. Like they just have a little soft spot
Like
in my
the
heart.
walking simulator, but it's got like more to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's cool how they have the different gameplay styles and graphic art styles and stuff in it as well. Like it kept me very interested. Yeah.
Even I platinumed that one. That was a good one.
It's an easy
Because
one to get as well.
Platinum it is basically just doing everything, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically just getting everything. I think I did miss. I think I missed like 2 stories when I played through originally. I don't know how I managed to walk past them both, but I just replayed them, and you have to do that anyway for one of the trophies. So that was good. Enjoyed it.
Very,
Yeah.
artistic,
Yeah, a good one.
unique, original. I
Yeah.
like it.
Telling Lies, which was like a actual actor one. That was good. It was actually not terrible. The acting's obviously a little bit, but honestly, like a pretty good story, pretty interesting. Little bit repetitive and grindy. I eventually sort of just skipped the last few bits, but I understood the story and everything. But genuinely a alright game. I wouldn't say it's a bad one. So if people want to check that out, Minute, which is like a little indie game. I don't know if you've heard about this. So Minute, you have a minute basically to do something in the game, and then your minute will reset. Basically, you die and you have to go back through, but you keep what you've accomplished essentially. It's genuinely a fun little game. I did rage a little, but you'll learn about that more in the video that I make. So, but it's genuinely a really fun game. Really fun game. Really enjoyable. I would highly recommend people go and check that out.
And that's on extra.
Yeah, that's on extra.
Okay.
Been playing Dredge, finally, and that's really good. The little the fishing game, like it's genuinely really good. Upgrading your boat, and the story is actually really mysterious and like different. So I do, if it ever goes on sale, unfortunately I don't think that's on extra, but if it ever goes on sale, I would say pick that up. It's really good. And then you've got Lake.
Okay.
Lake. Which is another PS Extra game, but it's weird. It's kind of like being a postal delivery driver, but it's like a really sweet, relaxing game. The voice acting's not great, and it's not graphic. It's a really pretty game, but it's not the best. But it's genuinely a nice game. Bit repetitive, but it's a nice game. It's cute. It's got 3 different endings that are really easy to get. So I would say go and have a look-see if you're ever interested in a little indie game.
Definitely.
So it's a game that I never thought I'd play, but here we are.
I know there's some Plus titles that are, I think this month's essential ones. Callisto Protocol.
Yes.
Some kind of farming one. And something else. I know extra we're getting Gotham Knights.
We are getting Gotham Knights, Disco Elysium, Outlast 2.
Dark Pictures, House of Ashes.
House of Ashes, yeah.
Which is one that we've been meaning to play for a long time.
Yeah, so we will actually be able to play that now.
And Gotham Knights is really good as well. I definitely play that again.
I've got Gotham Knights, but I've not gone back to it yet. I played like the first chapter, sort of got a gist of the game, and then I don't know. I don't know why I didn't go back to it, so I need to go back and play it.
It's a bit like Saints Row in the fact that it's a kind of dumb, turn your mind off thing, but it is kind of unique with all the different characters, and playing co-op as well. It massively helps. Yeah. But I played it all solo and still managed to enjoy it. So
yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing with it as well. Like I've been playing it solo. Like I have a few friends, obviously.
So it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Just kind of turn your mind off. Not as in depth as the Batman games, the Arkham series, but it's a kind of a breath of fresh air, and I kind of like being the side characters. It's nice to have their time to shine a little bit. Yeah. And I think I played most of it as Nightwing last time, but I'd probably play it as, I don't know, probably know someone else this time. But yeah.
That's fair.
Looking forward to that. It's a good month. It's strange how they're bringing out a really good month when, they just upped the prices, and bait and switch, they'll probably be shit for the next few months.
Well, I mean, Outlast 2's coming on there as well. If you've never played the Outlast games, go and play them. Elite Dangerous. Far Changing Tides is apparently an amazing game. Gungrave, which is based on an anime and a manga. I've played the game because it was on Game Pass, I think, for a while. It's okay. It's annoying, but it's okay. Elder Souls Roki as well. That's coming out on there.
Is that just Shaggy saying Loki?
Maybe, yeah.
Scooby.
Roki.
Roki.
Yeah, and then on Premium, they've got Tekken 6 coming out. They got Tekken 6, Ape Escape Academy, IQ Final, and Soul Calibur Broken Destiny. So, I mean, this is a really, really fair play. It's a good month. And Alien Isolation. Which, by the way, if you haven't played, what are you doing? Go and play that game. It is definitely worth your time. And like you say, yeah,
absolutely.
The 3 games for the month: Weird West, Callisto Protocol, and Farming Simulator 2022.
Okay.
All pretty
interesting.
good.
Callisto was on there because that seemed like a.
I'm not
I
shocked.
remember us playing that back in the day.
We played that last year. Yeah, last year at Christmas when it came out. That was good. I enjoyed that.
And now it's on Plus.
This is why I stopped pre-ordering games. They just come out for free later on. I'm like, alright.
For free!
Son of a bitch. I don't regret buying that game though. Despite the shitty reviews it got, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it.
It was a good one to play.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I look forward to having my own little journey on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, any more games stuff? Or...
I don't really have. I was gonna ask if you had any games out of curiosity, and to anyone that watches us as well, because we do have a little audience that watches us. Any games that you guys would like to see me try and platinum, no matter how difficult they are? Yes, you can ask me to platinum the Uncharted trilogy if you want, but you can ask me to platinum anything you want. What game would you like to see me attempt a platinum on? If you had to choose one.
Well, considering it's Halloween,
ooh, okay.
you need to do something scary.
I like this.
Have you platinumed Outlast 2?
I have not, no. I purposely avoided Outlast 2. Because of one fucking trophy.
There is one trophy. Yeah.
One trophy, that's the only trophy, and that is finish the game.
Layers of Fear? You platinumed that?
I don't know. I don't think there was a platinum for that. I think the remastered version of it has a platinum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can give...
Club.
Okay, so Layers of Fear and Outlast 2. I can give Outlast 2 a go. It'll be fucking difficult, but I can give it a go.
Yeah.
Finish the game.
You've got to do it all in Might Splinter.
Finish the game in insane mode without reloading the camera battery. So fucking hard that's going to be. Oh, by the way, and if you die in insane mode, you start from the beginning. There's no checkpoints. You have to do it in one sitting.
Yeah, that would be
Which,
yeah.
ow, ow.
Well, maybe the first Outlast, if that's any easier.
I mean, Outlast 1, I think is a similar state, but I don't think it has a platinum. But I would happily give that. I'll give it a go. I'll see if I can do it. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Recommendation. No, actually, I take it all back. Friday the 13th, the game servers.
Oh my god! I don't actually think that's obtainable anymore. I don't know. Let me have a look.
Try that one. I think it just about is for the next few months, and then it turns the servers up.
Yeah, they are getting rid of the server. I mean, that's not impossible, but it's a grind.
Oh god, yeah. You need lots of help with that because you need to organise people to do things and stuff like.
Play 1,000 multiplayer matches as Counselor. 1,000 multiplayer matches as Jason.
1,000? Considering it's like a random if you get Jason or not, you'd end up having to pay 10,000.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Games, man.
I just realised that rhymes with James. James the game.
On more.
He's a gamer.
I am a gamer.
Gamer at heart. But yeah, shall we move on to TV and films and stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay.
So
I've watched quite a few. But go on.
You may start if you want.
So I've watched a film called The Medallion, which is Jackie Chan film.
Oh, okay.
Good film. Very, very good film, actually. Older film, but good film. Fun. Enjoyable. I highly recommend.
Yeah. Well, I watched Cocaine Bear the other night.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I how good can a Cocaine Bear be? I mean, the bits with the bear were quite good, but the rest of it was just really bad kind of storytelling and bad characters and the annoying, not paid enough actors. But yeah, it was all right. Yeah, I can't really say much more about it. 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Very disappointing.
4.5 or 5. I don't know. A series that I really enjoyed, which I watched on my own, was The Leftovers. That's it's a Damon Lindelof one, which is very good. Has a lot of deep themes. It's kind of similar-ish in vein of Lost, but like in kind of the themes and stuff. It has like lots of faith and it kind of goes through religion, but it also slaps it in the face a little. Quite funny. It's kind of transcends normal TV shows in the fact that it's like basically all about this kind of, it's not all about it, but this mysterious event happens where like 2% of the population just disappears.
Yeah.
And then it's more about the fallout of that and like kind of rather than the mystery. It never really explains why that happens, but it's more about people dealing with it. So, but there is kind of mysterious elements more in there, which it's just really good. And the acting is phenomenal. The story is quite good. It's kind of wacky and insane. A bit like it reminded me of watching a bit like Breaking Bad, where kind of you've got to kind of pick up on things, and then it's like, oh my god, that's amazing how they've done that and stuff. But yeah, very, very kind of thought-provoking series, and it's got Christopher Eccleston in it as well. So that's good.
Can't go wrong with a bit of Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah, he plays Matt the priest, who's very much religious type. But yeah, all the episodes devoted to him are good. Yeah, it's a bit like Lost in the fact that there are character-centric. It's quite good.
Yeah.
So I would recommend watching it. First season's very kind of it was kind of panned as being very miserable and kind of dark, but then the second season, third one, kind of pick up a bit and go a bit crazy.
Yeah, okay.
But I enjoyed the first season, to be honest. So don't always believe what people say about things.
Don't believe everything you hear.
But yeah, that's definitely a good series that I'd recommend people check out.
Oh, okay. I watched The Fifth Element. Great film if you've never seen it. You need to watch it.
One of those oldie classics, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's really, really good. Bruce Willis, Mila Djokovic. Really good.
Yeah.
Watch The Forest.
Keep thinking about the Sixth Sense, right? The Fifth Element, The Sixth Sense.
No.
Nope. Completely different films.
Really don't.
Isn't it the sequel?
Not the same, no.
The Seven Deadly Sins, that's right.
Not the same, no.
Ocean's 8.
No.
Don't know if that's a thing.
No. Ocean's 12. But yeah, I watched that. The Forest, I went back and watched that again. Good little horror film. Keeping Mum, a film that I watched a while back. Kind of older film, but it's good. Weird Maggie Smith playing a psychotic mother that murders people. It's weird seeing her in that role. It's weird seeing her in that role, but it's really funny. So I do recommend going and watching that one as well. And then The Sea Beast on Netflix. Very cute film. Go and watch that. It's very good.
Oh yeah. Is that a Disney one or is that?
No, it's just completely separate from them. It's just done by Netflix. Okay. So
I need to catch up with a lot of Disney things.
Yeah, Disney are pretty good, I must admit. But yeah, definitely go and check that out. Have you got any more, good sir?
A lot of TV series. Finally finished Red Dwarf. Yes, it's very, very funny. All
ding, 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 ding,
12
ding,
seasons
ding,
of it, or whatever it was.
Yes.
It was nice to get a few callbacks to the old episodes, and I think the kind of very latest ones kind of picked up again in terms of quality. I did quite enjoy some of those ones.
That's good.
But yeah, looking forward to if there's ever another movie or series. That'll be very interesting to see. X-Files, started watching that. Which is a kind of rogue choice. But I think we watched about 3 episodes so far, and it is quite good actually. I can already sense a theme with it though, in the fact that we've discovered this, mysterious unidentified phenomena, but the government's going to cover it up every episode. So yeah, there's that. But I mean, a lot of people watch it for the relationship between Mulder and Scully as well, which is Gillian Anderson, which is it's a good rapport, and looking forward to seeing where that goes. And I know there's a few films as well, which I've got to kind of write out the list of the order to watch. There's like films you've got to watch after season 5, and then there's one you've got to watch after the end of it. But yeah, it's a good kind of exciting sci-fi series to get into. There's a lot of young actors in there that we recognise from all the things we've watched.
All the things we watched, all the things we watched,
all the things we watched, all the things we watched, all the things we watched. Revenge, that's another series I've started on Disney.
Nice.
Plus. It's quite good. It's not for everyone, but it's kind of a bit soap opera-y and a bit kind of camp in some ways, but it's also kind of evil and delicious in others. But yeah, I did cry at one of the episodes last night because I think dog died. Oh. Sorry about the spoiler, but
puppy, no.
Warning. that was a very sad scene. Like,
Fido.
Why did you do that to me? So yeah, any series that makes me cry makes me want to continue watching it, even if it's the shittest.
Yeah.
I finished all of You as well. Yeah, that's a good romp. Season 4 was definitely different than the other ones. It was kind of a more Sherlock Holmesy. It's all set in London, so it's kind of all very dark and grim and Poirot kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Not a massive fan of the new love interest, but obviously the next season's going to be the last one, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes regarding the ending of the season 4 as well. So it's going to be a continuation, and I think it's back to New York for season 5, so anyone who's a fan of season 1 will enjoy that, and I'm looking forward to it as well. Because London vibes were good, but meh. Lots of posh English accents.
Meh.
Not a fan.
not a fan of that. Not a fan.
Poshies. But yeah, that's all for TV.
I got a few more. I got a few more. Death Becomes Her. Good film with Bruce Willis again. I went on a bit of a Bruce Willis rampage. So we got Death Becomes Her, and then you got Pulp Fiction as well.
His greatest hits before he, can't do anything else.
Pulp Fiction. Great film. If you've never seen it, you need to watch it.
That's a good one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? Bruce Almighty. Classic, of course.
Classic.
Watched all of the... I don't know if you've seen these, but the Big Fat Greek Weddings films.
Yeah.
Seen 1, 2, and 3, because there was like a third one that came out in the cinema, so that was when I was away. We went to the cinema to see that as well. That was really good. I'd never seen any of them before, but very funny, Shame to hear about the guy that played the father in the films. He passed away, but that's why they made the third one. It was like a loving goodbye.
Oh. Okay.
But I watched all the Blade films, 1, 2, and 3. Really good, except for 3. 3's ass, but hey, it's got Ryan Reynolds. What's there not to like? I watched all the Despicable Me films, including the Minions films.
Okay, I think I kind of lost interest around the second one.
Yeah, I watched them. They were fun. They're kind of what they are.
Fun but forgettable.
Fun but forgettable, definitely. Watched Bullet Train again with Brad Pitt. That was really good.
Oh, that's good.
I fucking love that film. I think just the acting in it is just so good. Beast with Idris Elba. Watched that again. That was good.
You beast.
Hancock with Will Smith. I watched that. Nice classic film. It's weird that I never got a sequel.
I know, yeah.
Like I would have thought they would have done like a Hancock 2, but apparently not.
Same with I Am Legend, but I think that is getting a sequel.
Yeah, that was just confirmed to be getting a sequel recently, wasn't it? Like they are working on the sequel to that.
Such an entitled human. Just makes good films, though.
I know. It's a shame that Will Smith's a bit of a cock, but there we are. But hopefully it'll all go well for him.
I watched one on Disney, No One Ever Escapes or something.
Oh, okay.
I think it was called that. It's something around, which is bad. I haven't remembered the name, but it is about kind of an alien invasion, somewhat, and a woman who's kind of isolated, and then she kind of experiences this. It's a really good film, actually. There's no kind of talking like throughout the whole thing by the main protagonist, but it kind of just, the acting is kind of good regardless, and it's a unique kind of perspective on kind of that kind of alien invasion films, and it doesn't shy away from kind of showing the aliens and like that. So it's a bit like Signs mixed with, I don't know, so with one way you actually see the aliens.
Fair.
But yeah, I recommend watching that, actually. It's a very recent one on Disney. It's good.
Yeah.
The ending was pretty good as well, as far as I can remember. Probably fell asleep.
No.
I generally don't fall asleep during films.
Yeah, I'm pretty good like that. I don't tend to fall asleep that often. It's only if it's like super late at night that maybe I might doze off for 10 to 15 minutes, but yeah.
But yeah, anything else?
Storks, I watched that. That was on Netflix. Another animated one.
That animation, yeah.
Yeah. And then Jurassic World 3. I finally got around to watching that.
Oh yeah, what did you think of that with the old classic actors coming back and stuff?
It's just a bit shit, really, wasn't it? Like, no, not to. I was disappointed in it. Truth be told, like it was a long film that didn't really give a lot. It was just basically nostalgia bait. That's all they did. So, yeah.
It felt like two films in one for me. Like there was the whole kind of original cast doing their thing, and then the new cast doing their thing, and it was kind of just like mishmashed together.
Yeah, they kind of got forced all together later. Yeah. It wasn't bad as such, but it was just incoherent. Like it was just all over the place. So yeah, no.
I would have been disappointed if I went to the cinema to see that one, I think.
Yeah.
Apparently the CGI wasn't as good as well. So some people say. I'm not a massive noticer of, unless it's terrible. CGI.
I think there was a couple of green screen moments that were pretty awful, but other than that, like it seemed fine. It seemed about on par with the rest of them. So it's fine. It was okay, but that's it. I haven't got any more.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything else either.
Well, that's it. We did it.
That's it.
The podcast is finished.
Jesus, I thought we went on longer than that.
Yeah, so did I, to be fair, but but here we are. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining myself and Sean once again for another episode of the podcast. Hopefully there will be another one in 2 weeks. But yeah, it was fun. No pressure. No. We have fun rather than try to force ourselves to do this, as you guys will know. So yeah, but it's been fun. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, Sean, and as always, I hope you enjoyed it. But
I absolutely did. Thank you for having me in our partnership.
In our partnership with this podcast. But yeah.
Yes, gal.
Hopefully, I'll speak to you soon. I'll hang out with you later. But yeah. Look after yourself, good sir. And
yeah, you too.
I will.
Hopefully, everyone has a brilliant month.
Yeah. Hopefully, everyone has a good month now. And we shall catch you in the next one that we do. So
enjoy Halloween if we don't see you before then.
I think we will.
Spooky.
We should be having a podcast before Halloween, right? Let me check. I'm going to check the dates.
Fancy dress. That's in like 2 weeks.
Fancy dress. Yeah, if we stick to this schedule,
maybe.
Yeah. There'll be a podcast not next week, but the week after. So week before Halloween. But yeah, hopefully catch you guys.
I've only got one outfit and I've already used it up.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.